As some of you might know if you watch my videos, you might know that I have been struggling with my health for about a year now, and I recently found out that I have mold toxicity. So basically that means that there is mold in my body. Essentially, mold was able to get into my body through exposure, and it is struggling to get out. So I have just not been feeling well for a long time now. I've been to a bunch of different doctors who have not been able to help me, and I've just been down so many different roads trying to figure out what is wrong with me. And I still don't know for sure if this is going to be the complete answer. I really hope it is, because I do now have proof that I do have mold in my system. Essentially, when you get mold toxicity, your body becomes a new host for the mold. And if your body is struggling and doesn't have what it needs in order to get rid of mycotoxins, which is what comes from mold, then you're not going to be able to get it out of your body. And that's basically what has been going on with me, or at least part of the story. Some of you might know that I have been dealing with TMJ, and basically the inflammation, I think potentially from the mold, is what caused me to get TMJ issues. But my main symptom is that I have a really full, really uncomfortable pressure in my ears all the time, and it sucks. And sometimes when I eat, I will get a little pain shooting in my jaw. So that's why I have an orthotic on that's supposed to help with realigning my jaw. But it's been a really long journey, and I think that mold has definitely been playing a role in that. I guess this is going to be a video 1 in sharing my journey about healing from mold toxicity. So basically, I ended up finding mold in our washer. We are in a rental, and there was mold from the very beginning, I believe, when we moved into this townhouse. And it was only a little bit, so I didn't really think that much of it. I honestly I didn't know what it was, so I feel kind of naive that I didn't know what it was. But honestly, a lot of people don't know what it is, or not really familiar with mold. But I thought it was just like a little buildup that needed to be cleaned, and I had tried to clean it, but it didn't work. And basically the mold just built up over time. And then also we got a water leak about a year ago, I feel like it's been like a year and a half ago. And that might have also been contributing to mold. That's still an ongoing thing that we're trying to figure out. But I ended up, because of that, I started being very concerned that maybe mold is playing a factor in my health issues that I've been dealing with. And some other kind of symptoms that I get is I'll get dizzy, I'll feel, I just don't have a lot of energy, my nose is kind of congested, and the ear pressure is really, really bad. And I'll deal with a lot of bloating. So basically, when you get mold in your body too, that can also mess with your gut. So that's why it could cause bloating and stuff like that. So anyway, I ended up looking into doing some testing to figure out if there's mold in me for sure. So the first one that I came across is called a mycotoxin test, and I was able to order that through, I think she was an integrative health practitioner. So I did order it through her. I was just able to order it right away. I didn't have to schedule an appointment. But something to know about when you're dealing with mold toxicity, conventional doctors don't do that. They just don't. This type of testing, they don't do it. They might just be like, oh, maybe you have a mold allergy, but a mold allergy and mold toxicity are not the same. So a conventional doctor might just send you to an allergist to get tested for allergy to mold, but that's not helpful when you have mold toxicity, because it's not the same. A functional practitioner is what you want to look for, and that's what I'm going to be doing in order to heal. I did see her, and that's where I ended up getting additional testing through a different practitioner. She is a functional practitioner, and I was able to do an OAT test through her, and that stands for an organic acids test. So both the mycotoxin test and the OAT test can be very helpful in figuring out if you do have mold in your body. So essentially the mycotoxin test is going to figure out which mycotoxins you have in your body, and I found out that I have high levels of ochratoxin A, which can basically affect every system in your body. So it can cause all sorts of symptoms, all sorts of mystery symptoms that maybe other doctors can't figure out what's going on with you, and they don't even think about mold when you go to a conventional doctor. So I did get that confirmed, and the functional practitioner that I'm seeing now, actually she recommends getting mycotoxin tests through a different lab than I did now. So I'm not going to do that now because I already spent the money on the one, because seeing a functional practitioner is definitely expensive, but it's actually given me answers, and I've spent so much more money on going to conventional doctors that have not been able to help me in this case. I'm not saying that all conventional doctors are not helpful, because in some cases they are very helpful, but in this case they have not been. I did the mycotoxin test through a lab called Mosaic Diagnostics, and they are actually good for the oat test. However, for the mycotoxin test, they do not test as many mycotoxins. So there is a different lab that I'm going to be doing when I want to retest after I do my 4-month protocol to see if I still have any in my system. But basically I came back with high ochratoxin A, but the functional practitioner that I am seeing explained that because the Mosaic lab or the Mosaic Diagnostics test does not test for as many mycotoxins, I likely have even more than that. And then I also did an oat test, and basically that told me that I had fungal overgrowth or fungal colonization in the body, and that can happen from being exposed to mold. And also I am lacking of detoxification cofactors, which basically means that my body doesn't have what it needs in order to remove mycotoxins. Those are things like glutathione and carnitine, which are necessary to remove mycotoxins. I'm going to be doing a 4-month protocol that my functional practitioner gave me to do in order to help me detox from mold. So I am going to be sharing my journey here on my channel. I will have a dedicated playlist for healing from mold. I'll probably label it something like mold detox journey, my mold detox journey, or something like that, or my mold healing journey. So if you do want to follow along on my journey, maybe you're also potentially dealing with mold, then hopefully sharing my journey is going to help you out. That's the reason that I decided I'm going to share this. It's been a really hard past year, so I figure that sharing my journey hopefully will be able to help other people out, because it has not been fun. It's been really difficult, and if you're dealing with mold, it's just a really difficult thing to go through, what it does to your body. So hopefully by sharing what I'm going through will hopefully help you out. So my next video, I will be sharing exactly what I'm doing for month 1 of my protocol. I'm going to talk about my supplements and all the things that I'm taking and why I'm taking them based on my results and everything like that. So that will be my next video. That is it for this video. I just wanted to kind of explain how I figured out that I had mycotoxins in my body and that I have mold toxicity, and then let you know what I'm going to be doing to heal my body. But yeah, so I hope this video was helpful. If it was, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. And if you are new here and you're not already subscribed, I would absolutely love it if you'd go ahead and subscribe to my channel. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you tune in for my next video.